It actually does come down to the mind. It comes down to a lot of things. So I actually have a framework called the Money Mind Framework that I went through on the live, but I'm going to walk you through it here somewhat and see what we can do to try and get you to understand it and deal with it. Because here's the thing. When it comes to money and wealth, most people, a lot of people say I have money problems. And I get it. Now, some people might have money problems. But the reality is, it's actually not a money problem in most cases. You know, I've had the blessing and the honor to work with a whole lot of people. Now, here's the interesting thing. It doesn't, it is how you think to think. It doesn't matter whether someone's just starting out, someone's a student, they're just starting out in business, or they've been in business a while. Whether they have some net worth or no net worth, whether they have some wealth or no wealth, it really doesn't matter. What I have found in preparing, because I've got a book coming out. When I know the release date, when we get it all done, it'll be late this year, early next year. So, but it's on affluence and wealth and all that stuff. And doing some research on it, one of the interesting things that I found was it didn't matter how much they had, the feelings and the thoughts, the feelings that they were having were similar. So here's the thing. When we talk about this idea of the money mind and everything, it's really what starts to drive Jamie Kern Lima. Oh my God, you're on a plane with spotty Wi-Fi, but I want to say, I love you back. I'm such a dear friend. If you guys are not following Jamie Kern Lima, you gotta follow her. She is incredible, but not just incredible businesswoman, but more importantly, she's an incredible, beautiful soul and has made a huge impact on so many people's lives, and women especially. And she just blew the doors off New York Times best-selling author, the newest New York Times best-selling author of her book, Believe It. Just so you know, I know that this isn't what this is about, but I have it right here. All right, so we gotta give her a shout out. She just hit the charts last week. But so I want to talk about this whole idea of the money mind and wealth and all that stuff, because here's what I found out. From the decades of working with people, entrepreneurs especially, most of the time, it is not a money problem that they have, although they describe it as a money problem. It's a behavior problem that they have. They have a behavioral issue, and whether it's spending, whether it's income, whether it's something else, it's a behavior issue. So if we truly want to change our wealth and change our money, change our pocketbook, change our bank accounts, to do any of that, we need to fix our thinking, because our thinking drives our behavior, and our behavior will drive our results. Hopefully you're following me on that. So we got to fix our thinking to fix our behavior, because the behavior will drive the results. If we truly are not happy with where we are financially, if we truly don't feel that we're as financially independent that we want to be, we don't have the liberation, the affluence, and all that stuff. Oh, my buddy Jason Brown is in the house. He's another one you got to follow. So if we truly aren't liberated in the way that we want, or live in an affluent life the way we want, we need to look at our behaviors, because truly, it's a product of our behaviors, our habits, and the things that we're doing that are getting us the results. So if we truly want different results, we just need to change our behaviors. The problem is why is it so hard to change behaviors? And the reality is it's hard to change behaviors, not because of the behaviors themselves. It's hard to change behaviors, but because of the thinking behind the behaviors. Hey, it's that paradigm effect. I love that. It's because the thinking behind the behaviors that keep us driving those behaviors down. So here's the deal. I've got a framework that's called the Money Mind Framework. I want to walk you through a little bit of this so you understand what it takes. What are the things that you need to have in place to really start to adjust and tweak some of the things that you're doing. So hopefully this will help. I drew this framework out on my Facebook Live earlier today, and I'm not going to be able to draw it here. Amber Gill is in the house too, so I'm not going to be able to draw it here, but we can talk through it. So here's the thing. I want you to picture for a moment a 4 boxes, a quadrant model, 2 by 2 by quadrant model, okay? What we're looking at is there are things that you know financially. There are things you know about your money. There are things you know about investing in your wealth and that type of thing. There's also things that others know that you know. There's also things that others know that you don't know. Okay? This framework is a derivative of something called the Johari window that was done before, but I've adapted it to money, wealth, and business. So there's things that you know about your money, about money and wealth, and there's things that others know. So it's common knowledge. Okay? When you're in that space, that's your comfort zone. That's your financial comfort zone. This is where most people operate financially. It is because of habits, Jason. You're right, man. Most people operate here. And in fact, one of the first things in this comfort zone, your comfort zone is built on your habits, on 4 things. Your habits, your spending attitude, your attitude towards money. Think about this. If you turn around and start looking at things and say, well, money's the root of all evil. What kind of attitude? I mean, you think that you're attracting money in your life when you do that? Wealth, affluence, okay, financial independence. When you start to do that, your attitude makes and creates the boundaries of that comfort zone. The attitude and then your aptitude, okay? What do you know? Knowledge. So that first quadrant in the upper left is where what you know and what others know come together. That's your comfort zone. That's where most people operate. But there's 3 other quadrants to think about. When we go down below, if I have what you know and what others know, and I go down below and it's what others don't know, but you know it, see, that's your secret zone. That's the stuff you don't want anyone to know. That's the stuff you hold to inside. This is a lot of this, and I've been in this secret zone. I've had financial and money secrets and that type of thing, because this comes from your shame, from your guilt, from your stories around money. It comes from your beliefs. Okay, think about this. When I got caught in 2005, I got caught in a Ponzi scheme, wiped out 1/3 of my net worth because of the Ponzi scheme. And I'm a financial dude. All right, I'm a CPA. I'm a financial guy. I'm the guy that gets hired to help these people, put these people in jail that are stealing money from people. I'm the financial guy that helps people build empires and build businesses and build their wealth and do all of that. How the heck did I get caught in a Ponzi scheme? Wiped out 1/3 of my net worth. Between me and 2 buddies, we lost $4.5 million. Talk about shame. Talk about embarrassment. Talk about the guilt as a single dad looking at my son and going, oh crap, what did I do? Talk about the stories I told myself, okay? That secret zone's a dangerous, dangerous zone. I'll tell you how you navigate these zones and how you expand your money mind in a moment. I just want you to understand the zone first. So every one of us has a secret zone. There are secrets we have, but we just don't even realize it. And it doesn't matter how good you are, how wealthy you are, and everything you've got. Now, there's another zone that's in the upper right. Okay, my brother-in-law Chris is on the line now too. So this is the stuff that is known by others, but you don't know it. Known by others. In other words, there are people out there that know more about the money, the wealth, the affluence, financial freedom, financial independence, financial liberation, all of that. There's people that know more about it than you. And this is not a criticism. It's just a fact. There's people that know more about it than me. Okay? So this zone is the expansion zone. This is where we can get some growth. This is where we can grow you. The expansion zone is built on 4 things also. It's built on your ability to grow, the kind of guidance you can get, the truths and the learnings you give yourself, and the discipline you have to implement and execute it. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so that's 3 of the 4 zones. We have the comfort zone, which is where most people operate, the secret zone, which is what people are hiding from everyone else, the expansion zone, which is the stuff that other people know but you don't know. And then down below, there's the stuff that other people don't know and you don't know. It's stuff that hasn't happened yet. It's things that haven't been invented yet. And this is the speculative zone. This is the speculation zone. This is the stuff that might happen. There might be value in it. There may not be value, and we don't know. And this is built on guesses and hypotheses and conjecture and opinion, but not facts. Usually we try to stay out of that zone. We'll try to shrink it down a little bit. So great, Mel. Now you've told us that there's 4 zones. Let's talk about how you navigate the zones. What do you need to do? Because remember, if you're operating in your comfort zone, your financial comfort zone all the time, you're going to repeatedly make the same financial decisions over and over and over again. And by doing that, you'll get the same results over and over and over again. So what we need to do is, if we want different results, we need to expand our comfort zone, our financial comfort zone, to be able to make different decisions, to get different behaviors so we can get different results. So how do we do that? The first thing is this: curiosity. So number 1 is curiosity, questions. Okay? The person that knows more than you want to ask questions from. You want to be curious. You want to learn. You want to understand. Okay, my good buddy Jason Brown is on here. He's amazing. Option trading and all that stuff. It's not my specialty. Okay, but I'm learning from him, and I ask questions. Okay, which leads to the number 2 way you do it, and that is get a mentor. Get mentors that are going to help you, that are going to up-level your game, that have been there. And I'm not talking about a coach that maybe hasn't done it before. I mean a mentor, someone that's ran the miles, someone that's got the results, someone that knows the pitfalls and the potholes that you could step in, someone that actually is going to be able to sit back and say, I've been there before. Let me tell you how this is going to work out for you. Right? Are you guys, does this make sense? Hopefully this is making sense to you. So number 1, I want you to get curious. I want you to learn. I want you to ask questions. Number 2, I want you to get the right mentor, someone who's in the space and the place that you want to get to so they can guide you there. Number 3, this is going to start to shrink down your secret zone. All right? Those financial secrets you're keeping, the embarrassment, the shame, the guilt. I want you to start having open conversations. Because until you're willing to expose and be vulnerable and open up, those secrets are going to keep you from growing. Those secrets are going to keep you shrinking, keep you from doing that. So what we really need to do is get rid of those secrets. All right. That means that you got to have real conversations. That means you need to be able to, when I finally let loose of what happened in the Ponzi scheme, when I finally started talking about it, when I finally said, hey, you know what? I had responsibility for that Ponzi scheme. Not all of it, but I was the one that made the decision to get in. Didn't take the embarrassment and the shame and the guilt and all that stuff away completely. But it was only then that I was able to see the lessons. It was only then that I could learn from it to change my investing rules. It was only then that I could find the value in it. And when I did that, this is what then came to part of Affluence Blueprint, where I have the opportunity now to teach others so they don't fall prey to it, to help people out build their wealth but protect their wealth, to help people do those types of things. So number 3 is to have conversations, real conversations about money. They say money's taboo and that we shouldn't talk about it. I'm sorry, we ought to be talking about it. We ought to be having conversations. There's no reason that 78% of people in the U.S. should be living check to check. There's no reason that 62% are looking at their retirement and saying, I'm either going to have to work longer or I'm going to have to reduce my lifestyle. There's no reason for that. And we need to change it. And the way we change it is conversations. Then number 3. Number 4, get some training. Lessons, training. Join a program. Get some education. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly studying. I'm constantly reading books. I'm going through podcasts. I'm joining programs. So if you want to understand how to do stock trading and stock investing, then you get in a program with someone that's credible, someone that's done it, someone that's a good mentor. You get in a program, you learn, you use their knowledge to bridge your knowledge up. If you want to build a business, you work with people that have built businesses. If you want to build wealth, you want to live a financially liberated life, you want to look for someone that's been able to do that, and you walk the walk with them. You get in the game. Listen, if you're not prepared to invest time and money into your financial future, then it won't invest in you. It's your choice to invest. And one of the best investments you can do is in yourself. Hopefully that makes sense. And then number 5, okay? Number 5 is observation. Observation is really about watching what's going on, the trends. I mean, listen, it was a horrible, we had a crazy year. With everything, with the pandemic and everything. But some people were observing. Some people thought, Zoom's going to moon. Zoom to the moon. And it did. So are you observing what's going on around you, the trends? So if you are in a situation now, if you're looking at your financial future, and if you're looking at where you are today, here's some things. Remember, you're operating from your current state of thinking, the comfort zone that you're living in. We need to expand that comfort zone. So 1, remember, is to get curious and ask questions. 2, is to get mentoring with someone that has done it and someone is doing it and someone that understands the path to get you there. 3, I want you to have real conversations about your money secrets, and that real conversations to be open about it. 4, get training, get education, get lessons and learnings, get resources. And 5, observe what's going on. Be aware, be awake, be conscious, be intentional. That's the game. All right. So I did the whole thing. I actually drew the whole framework out on my Facebook Live this morning. If you want to jump to my page, you can go there. I'm also going to go deeper on some of these things. Actually, I'm doing a master class on. It's a live train. I'm doing a live training event, a live virtual event on Thursday. At 9 a.m. California time. It's going to be us just getting on there. We've got hundreds of people that are registered, so we'll see. 90 minutes of training on the 5 wealth principles for today's entrepreneur. It's what the affluent entrepreneur is using to create financial liberation and have lasting freedom and wealth. So do me a favor. If you want to join me on that training, go to melabraham.com/workshop. Grab a seat because we're shutting down registration for sure. Carolyn is registered. I can't wait to see you there. All right, this is going to be fun. You're going to have a workbook if you haven't downloaded it yet, Carolyn. But you get a workbook. We get a workbook. We're going to do some work. This is about your financial future. This is about you. This is about your generations. This is about generationally changing the money game for you. We're going to talk about the principles. Okay, principles. Okay, the indisputable truths about money. We're going to talk about all of that, at least what I can in the time that I have, and we'll talk about the things that you can do next and that type of thing. So if you are an entrepreneur, even if you're not an entrepreneur, and you're looking to sit back and say, how do I become more financially liberated? How do I find affluence in my life? How do people build wealth and have freedom at the same time? Join me Thursday. melabrahams.com/workshop. Join me Thursday and let's get some things rolling for you. Let's make the next 12 months completely different than the last 12 months. All right? Let's blow the doors off for you. And let's make this year the time that changes everything for you, your family, your heirs, your legacy, your mission, your movement, and everything else. So I look forward to seeing you there. By the same token, if you got questions, or things financially, money, business, investing, anything, post them, DM me. I'd want to have conversations. I want to see what we can do to help do this for you and keep you moving forward. All right. And then stay tuned, because the week of May 3rd, a new show's coming to town. It's called the Affluent Entrepreneur Show with yours truly, the host, Mel Abraham. I'm hosting a new show. It's going to be video, it's going to be audio, and it's going to be about what we're talking about now. It's going to be about your money, financial liberation. It's about creating a richer life, deeper impact, and living in complete freedom. We're going to talk money issues. We're going to talk business issues. We're going to talk life. We're going to talk about all that. And I'm going to teach. I'm going to give you frameworks. I'm going to do that in the show. But I'm going to bring some of my amazing guests and friends and dear friends that have done it, have made mistakes, redone it, and bring them on to help you out. But here's even more fun, is I'm going to bring some of you on. Because I'm going to, the rest of you, that if you have questions and everything, I'm going to do real-time coaching, because a lot of the show we're going to do live. So I'm going to bring you on, and we're going to do some coaching. We're going to do some mentoring right there on the spot. We're going to help you out to answer those questions. We're going to do Q&A shows. So we're going to have a lot of fun. That show is going to kick out the week of May 3rd. All right, so watch for that. But in the meantime, join me Thursday, 9 a.m. California time, melabraham.com/workshop. We're going to be talking about the 5 wealth principles for today's entrepreneurs. Let's rock and roll, all right? Cool. You guys have an incredible day. I'm going down to the beach while it's sunny, because it's going to rain tomorrow and the next day, all right? So I'm going to go down to the beach and go from there, all right? Do my walk on the beach at night. In the evening, just before dinner, and do some thinking and do some meditating. All right. You have a blessed evening. And as I said, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, do me a favor. Send me a DM. Send me a note. I want to have conversations with all of you. All right. In the meantime, you have a blessed evening. Talk soon. Cheers.